Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Soul if you're new here. So today we're going to be reacting to a video by Leaf called Penacony Trailblaze Mission Lore Recap. So I've been wanting to watch this ever since she uploaded it. I want to say like 3 weeks ago, but I've just been waiting, trying to cook up my own theories and stuff inside my head. But this is a pretty long video, so we're just going to go ahead and get into this reaction.
Everyone is lying to you. Is that a hard reality for you to accept? I don't blame you because, it's not easy with that cute face and beautiful music. And between the two of us, I'd fall for the lies too. Pandakoni has honestly given me more trust issues than any Tinder date has, but I think it's also the planet that made me really.
If you guys hear anything in the background, it's my dogs eating. There's like one right behind me and the other one is over on the other side, so just disregard.
Fall in love with Honkai style. The emotional and mental whiplashes Trailblaze mission put me through is insane, and from here on, I vow to cover more Honkai story lore along with tension force. This video will be a summary of the 2.0 Trailblaze mission, the sound, and the fury, and will cover all the events in the main quest for Penacony so far. I'm your Leafy Share Menzlip, and I read the Honkai story lore so that you don't have to. Today's video is sponsored by Opera GX. Since we're in the star-studded land of Penacony, have you ever dreamed of more ways to customize your virtual experience?
Y'all go
Opera
support.
GX lets you After the Stellaron Hunter's interruption at the Luo Fu, the Astral Express crew finally make their way to their original destination, Penacony, the planet of festivities and the land of dreams. Before departure, Pom Pom has 3 important reminders for the crew. Number 1, Penacony is located in a star system brimming with high levels of memoria, a cosmic phenomenon that blurs the line between reality and dreams. Everyone will experience varying degrees of dizziness, hallucinations, and
If I'm being honest, I didn't really know 100% what Memoria meant. So when Pom Pom said that, I was just like, okay. But okay, I see what it is. Also, this did not happen in the story. So I'm guessing that this is gonna happen a little later, in like future patches. So the whole Firefly is dead trip, I don't really think she's dead. Now that I'm actually having the time after patch 2.0 to think about it, she's nowhere near dead. She can't be.
Distorted memories. Number 2, the family as Penacony's governing body, blessed by Shipe, the Aeon of Harmony. It's also the first time in centuries that the family has extended public invitations to Penacony to other galactic factions. Number 3 might be the most important. Himiko explains that several millennia ago, Penacony served as a prison for the Interastral Peace Corporation, the IPC, an intergalactic megacorporation responsible for the economy of the entire cosmos. The IPC advocates free trade, issues money, and monopolizes resources, and their absolute dominance over wealth and relentless expansion is attributed to their dedication towards the Aeon of Preservation, the Amber Lord Clydepop. During that time, way before the current story, the Astral Express visited Penacony, and some of the Nameless decided to call Penacony their permanent home. Pom Pom asks us to investigate what became of the Nameless who remained in Penacony. The Astral Express makes the jump to Penacony. However, due to the high concentrations of Memoria, Trailblazer finds themselves in a dreamscape,
That
the
was
border
so
between
trippy
reality and the memory zone.
when we
They end up
first
in a
saw it.
shared dreamscape with a Galaxy Ranger named Acheron, who agrees to help them back to reality. We see visions of people we'll end up encountering.
When Acheron gets here, I will be pulling for her. Um, when these patches are like, you know, whatever you want to call it, I usually try to get as much like free to play Stellar Jades as I can for the next character, whoever I'm pulling on. And since I am pulling on Acheron and we are getting like 30 star roll passes for the anniversary, I'm pretty sure I can try to get her. If I lose the 50-50, I'll just have to spend money, unfortunately. But I plan on getting her and her Lycone.
During on this journey. Sunday, Robin, Black Swan, Sparkle, Aventurine, Dr. Ratio, Silverwolf, A Mysterious Mecha, and Nisha. Before leaving the dreamscape, Acheron has a series of questions that eerily appear in red text. Honkai Impact Third players might recognize Acheron as a Raiden May XP. If you choose Stell as your main trailblazer, she'll reference Kiana, and if you choose Kalos, she'll reference Kevin.
Okay, so sorry for the excessive pausing, but I've never really looked at Honkai Impact Third, so but I do know of the Raiden May, I want to say, but this was news to me. I did not know that.
The creepy thing about the red text is that it varies depending on the player's choices. Acheron even warns that in the monochrome world there will be a glimpse of fleeting red, and when you make a choice, it will reappear before you once more. Our answers to the red text seem to indicate that our choices might alter reality in one way or another, but we'll delve more into that later. Does this mean our choices might affect a major outcome in Penacony's arc? I don't know. Acheron unceremoniously boops us out of Dreamscape, and we awaken with the Astral Express having landed at Penacony. The Reverie Hotel serves as the main hub for receiving guests in reality. The world of Penacony is actually a world formed by Memoria. Essentially, the real Penacony is a world that exists in dreams. Trailblazer runs into the hotel's bellboy Misha, whom they recognized from their dream earlier. But there's a problem. Trailblazer's name isn't in the
Misha
reservation
is
list for the
suspicious.
Astral Express. Guests from all over the galaxy have been invited to the planet's Charmony Festival. Due to the Charmony Festival's tight security measures,
I
Trailblazer
will be
can't
pulling
even
Robin
substitute for
too.
Dan Heng, who decided to tap out of this expedition after Xianzhou. The crew's requests to get Trailblazer a room are further denied by Aventurine, a high-ranking member of the IPC. Himiko girl bosses and forges a deal with Aventurine, and the latter uses his proximity to a representative of the family to get Trailblazer a room. The family consists of 5 lineages that manage various affairs. The Alfalfa family is in charge of Penacony's wealth and economics. The Iris family manages the planet's culture and entertainment. The Nightingale family oversees technology, academics, and construction. The Bloodhound family is basically Penacony's police force, in charge of security and order. Sunday is the head of the Oak family, the family that leads the 5 lineages and
Oh,
is
I
in
did
charge
not know
of
that.
political organization. His sister Robin is a famous intergalactic singer who is scheduled to perform for the Charmony Festival. After the crew checks in, Himiko informs the group about the rather strange invitation to Penacony from the family. First, the invitation encouraged the guests to search for the Watchmaker's legacy. The Watchmaker is the alleged father and founder of Penacony. By doing so, one might find the answer to the enigmatic question, why does life slumber? Second, the invitation was also sent along with a music box. The music box played off-key notes which coincided with the distress call method regularly used by the Nameless. Himiko and Weld speculate that with their odd findings, there must be a third party working behind the scenes in Penacony. Trailblazer enters their room only to find Aventurine already in it. He claims that they happen to have the luckiest room number, that being 666. In Chinese numerology, this is an incredibly lucky number, which can mean everything goes smoothly. But in
Oh,
Christianity, 666 is a number heavily associated with the beast in the Book of Revelation, or more
yeah.
popularly, the Antichrist. Aventurine is looking to cash in on Himiko's deal for securing Trailblazer the room. He's aware Trailblazer has a Stellaron inside them and wants the Astral Express to help him claim something from Penacony, which originally belonged to the IPC. Remember, Penacony used to be an IPC prison. Out of nowhere, Akron interrupts and declares that this room is actually hers. She, perhaps knowingly, keeps Aventurine away from Trailblazer for now. She reintroduces herself to Trailblazer and doesn't seem to remember their previous encounter. Dr. Ratio and Aventurine are later seen
That's so
conversing. Dr.
confusing.
Ratio mentions that the family is suspicious of Aventurine. His failure to avoid their suspicions and him losing these so-called cornerstones may have ruined whatever operation is going on behind the scenes. It appears that Aventurine has been sentenced to death, and completing this task for the IPC is his one way to appeal that sentence. Meanwhile, Trailblazer
Oh,
descends
I
into
don't
the
remember
dreamscape and
that.
makes their way to the dream Penacony. Penacony is divided into 12 individual
I do
dreamscapes.
not
The
remember
moment of
that.
scorched sand, the moment of morning dew, the moment of dusk, and golden hour are some of the ones we know of so far. Each dreamscape corresponds to an hour on the clock. Trailblazer receives an odd vision on their way to the dreamscape, a vision of Misha calling out to someone named Mikhail. Misha is there to welcome Trailblazer to the Gallery of Thoughts, the entrance to Golden Hour. The Gallery of Thoughts is a temporary arrival spot since the Reverie Hotel in the Dreamscape is undergoing renovation. Golden Hour's time is stuck in the moment before
We
midnight.
didn't really get to see him
Tomorrow
a
will
lot.
not come. and this night of revelry will never end. However, to avoid mental or physical burden on guests, time in the dream has been synced with realities. So I guess that just means Golden Hour's lighting doesn't change. Trailblazer goes through a portal to finally enter the real Penacony, and they have a rather unceremonious landing. Trailblazer isn't used to the feeling of weightlessness that comes with entering a dreamscape, so Robin seemingly uses her harmony powers to recalibrate them and change their state of mind to feel more at ease. Trailblazer explores the dreamscape and overhears a commotion. The Bloodhound family is essentially the police force of Penacony, and its members have been tracking down an intruder, a silver haired girl named Firefly. Trailblazer comes to the rescue, and Gallagher makes an appearance. Gallagher is the commander of the Bloodhound family, and he defends Firefly, stating that the intruder was a silver haired man, not a silver haired girl. Firefly introduces herself as a member of the Iris family, the family responsible for the planet's culture and entertainment industries. She claims to be a local who has a part time job as a tour guide. Firefly takes Trailblazer around the tourist spots of Golden Hour. I may have used up all her money to buy snacks, but hey, okay, I didn't know.
I didn't do that. I only bought one thing because we're not greedy. That's messed up.
And now I feel bad. Firefly
That's
tells
messed up.
Trailblazer that she'd been guiding them through Golden Hour because they're being followed. And the stalker turns out to be none other than Sampo. Sampo takes the two on an adventure, one involving an arcade minigame with a creature named Hanu, and
So if you guys didn't really notice, which I feel like a lot of people should have, Sampo does not introduce himself as just Sampo. He introduces himself as Sampo Koski. He uses his full name to introduce himself. So I kind of figured that was not him when he introduced himself, and he was already acting funny. I mean, he didn't know that Firefly was not March 7th, so I already knew that wasn't Sampo, but it was still fun to like go along with it.
another involving a dream bubble containing a version of Belobog where everyone's been turned into trash cans. These side adventures are seemingly allegorical in nature, with Sampo claiming that these were to help Trailblazer see the truth behind their dreams. Sampo is also suspicious of Firefly, who claims to be a local but doesn't know Golden Hour as well as Sampo seems to. Trailblazer runs to find Firefly and she admits that she isn't a local, but a stowaway. She seems genuinely thankful that Trailblazer decided not only to save her, but to stick around and hang out. She then invites Trailblazer to visit her secret base. Now, this is where things start to get a little eerie. On the way to Firefly's secret base, we run into Clocky, Penacony's mascot, who claims that someone is dying. Trailblazer follows Clocky to find Misha and Akron in trouble. Apparently, only Trailblazer and Misha can see Clocky, and Clocky claims that a man named Stone is a greedy man who wants to drive everyone out of Dreamville so that he can have all the precious stones to himself. Does this somehow have to do with the cornerstones Aventurine was trying to smuggle into Penacony? Clocky teaches Trailblazer the power of clockwork, which gives them the ability to change people's emotions. And it's eerily reminiscent of Robin's harmony abilities, where she was able to reorient Trailblazer's mental state to get used to the
True.
dreamscape's environment. Acheron is apparently here to investigate a commotion concerning some masked fools, a chaotic organization which serves
Look
Aha,
at my
the Aeon
girl.
Revelation. She also explains that
We are
Clocky
sparkle
seems to
enthusiasts
function
over here.
similarly to a Memo Keeper from the Garden of Recollection. Memo Keepers serve the Aeon of Remembrance and have surrendered their physical bodies and traverse the universe in the form of memories. They're also only visible to certain people. In the meantime, Aventurine encounters the masked fool Sparkle in an attempt to strike a temporary alliance with the masked fools. Sparkle hints that the masked fools might be persuaded and that persuasion might involve the cornerstones that again, Aventurine tried smuggling in. The pair continue on their journey, and Firefly takes Trailblazer to the Dream's Edge, an area of Penacony that's under construction. We arrive at Firefly's secret base and have a sweet moment where she shares some really personal information. Firefly is indeed a stowaway. Her hometown was
Which we
destroyed by the
knew.
Legion or the Swarm, and she's an interstellar refugee in Penacony. She claims to have a wish she can't fulfill in the real world, but can in the dream world. She also suffers from entropy loss syndrome, an irreversible chronic disassociation of the physical body, resulting in it slowly fading away. Meaning, she's quite literally fading away from existence, and the dreamscape allows her to live as a normal person. She claims to also be after the Watchmaker's legacy, but wishes not to make an enemy out of Trailblazer. If you enjoyed your emotional date with Firefly, you also have the option of commemorating this talk with a selfie if you choose the March Dialogue option. Trailblazer receives a text from the Astral Express group chat with members explaining that they've experienced some strange occurrences that they should talk about ASAP. Firefly and Trailblazer attempt to go to the Dream Reverie Hotel to try to return to reality, but keep in mind the Dream Hotel is under renovation.
Right.
Trailblazer notes the unusual lack of people back in Golden Hour. The pair encounters Sampo once more, who expresses disappointment in Trailblazer for wasting time with Firefly and failing to learn the truth. We learn that this Sampo is Sparkle in disguise, and Sparkle sends the two into the real dreamscape. Now, this is one of my favorite parts of this Trailblaze mission because I love how unsettling everything is. We're
Yeah.
basically in a twisted
This part
version of
was
the
pretty
Reverie
crazy.
Hotel. The Dream Reverie Hotel is off limits due to renovations, and this is exactly why. The Memory Zone meme, something unto death. It's a living nightmare, a creature that brings death. Black Swan rescues both Trailblazer and Firefly, and Trailblazer finds themselves back to reality. It turns out the memo keeper Black Swan has been working with the Astral Express team to bring Trailblazer safely back. It's here that certain revelations are revealed. Penacony's dream is sinking, turning back to its original form, and falling into the deep sea, the memory zone. The nameless distress signal sent with the Astral Express's invite was done intentionally, perhaps even by the same third party that could be causing all these anomalies to happen. The Bloodhound family has been looking for a silver-haired intruder, a dangerous Mechastelleron hunter named Sam. We're given a message from Silverwolf, who has a secret code for us to use in the dream pools to access a hidden dreamscape within the Dream Hotel. Black Swan guides Trailblazer to the Reverie Hotel, where they run into none other than Acheron, who claims she's here in pursuit of a masked fool. The three navigate this hidden dreamscape and encounter Firefly, and, well,
Okay, so before we get to this point, if you guys notice, in the beginning when we first met Acheron in the Dreamscape, she showed us how to walk on walls, and she said, I mean, she's the one that showed us how to walk on walls, but when Black Swan showed us how to walk on walls, Acheron was acting like she didn't know how to walk on walls. So I just found that very interesting. Like, I don't know if she's faking not knowing how to already walk, like, on the other, like, dimensions of the walls, or if she isn't faking it and there's, like, something else going on. I don't know if she has, like, memory loss or what, or if there's, like, different versions of herself, but she knew how to walk on walls when we first met her, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. She's very pretty. She's very
oh, they're
pretty.
sus. No, not again! Oh, no, Tinder!
No, my exact reaction. My exact reaction.
The memory meme comes in and kills Firefly right in front of Trailblazer. Firefly has spiritually died in the dream realm, and we don't really know what this means for reality, but the game makes it clear that it's still pretty bad. I mean, they even give you a soundtrack called The Big Sleep, just in case the point didn't get across the first time. The trio investigate the dreamscape and follow memories of Firefly to try to deduce what happened to her. Firefly may have been roaming the dreamscape with someone, and the someone betrayed her. They return to where Firefly was killed, and there they find Sam, the Mechastelleron hunter. A fight ensues, but Black Swan teleports Trailblazer away, leaving Acheron with Sam. Trailblazer find themselves in front of Aventurine, and Black Swan reveals herself to have been working for Aventurine this whole time. According to Aventurine, Acheron is not to be trusted. But I mean, who is at this point? Do you
Yeah.
remember that really cool trailer of the Everflame Mansion that Hoyoverse released?
Yeah.
Apparently, Acheron killed the Duke Inferno, and allegedly some members of the Annihilation Gang, and stole the Duke's invitation to Penacony. Not only that, but she's actually an emanator who brings death and finality. Hoyoverse actually drip marketed her splash art, and in it were these peculiar flowers. These flowers also appear in the relic set The Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters. According to
Yeah.
the lore of this set, she might be an emanator of nihility, possibly, but that's just speculation for now. Aventurine invites us to join him in order to learn the truth about Penacony. He leads us back to what would be our room in the Dream Hotel. And there we see Robin's dead body with a glowing crack on
Yeah,
her
that was
chest.
crazy too.
Before the story completely ends, we see an epilogue with Sunday. Death has descended upon Penacony, bringing spiritual death indiscriminately. The two victims so far, Firefly and his sister Robin. Sparkle reveals her Robin disguise and offers to help keep Robin's appearance for the Charmony Festival. Sunday quickly reprimands her and promises to avenge his sister's death. Fun fact, and I highly recommend you do this part. You can actually revisit Firefly's secret base at the end of this arc to collect the rare Firefly sticker and an achievement. Or,
Yeah.
if you're just trying to feel something. Players have pointed out the similarities between this arc of Trailblazers with Otto's arc in Honkai Impact 3rd, and it's important to note that we unlock an angry gear
See, I
after
don't know
this
what that
moment.
is.
Trailblazer is filled with rage, and I have a feeling this is probably the way things were planned. Thus ends Act 1 of the Penacony arc, as well as 2.0's Trailblaze mission. I still have so many questions. Who or what is Acheron? What's actually going on in Penacony? What is the cornerstone that Aventurine was trying to smuggle into Penacony?
Right.
Is the IPC trying to gain control of Penacony again? Is Gallagher working for the Celeron Hunters? Is Firefly actually alive and she's actually Sam? Also Clocky. You know how in Belobog, Cocolia could hear the Celeron talking to her? Are Clocky and friends basically a manifestation of the Celeron in the dream world? Is that why only Trailblazer Nisha can see them? Black Swan's companion quest and the world quest Cosmic Star might allude to what may have happened to Robin and Firefly, so I'll probably play them first on stream. I plan to cover all these topics in separate 3 videos, so for now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.
Okay, so that was my reaction to the Penacony 2.0 lore recap. I did learn some new stuff from this that I did not know before, like Memoria and also yeah, some other stuff as well. But that was pretty interesting. I'm super excited to see what 2.1 has to offer. I want to get into Acheron's backstory, who she actually is. I want to see what is going on with Adventuring because I didn't know that he had a death sentence. I did not know that. But and I'm also interested to see what's going on with Firefly and Robin because I know they can't be dead. Like you can't just introduce a character like that and then claim that they're dead. There's something more going on. And a lot of people know that since Firefly got killed by the death the meme, that it's like a spiritual death. So, you know, there's this mechanic where you're fighting the meme, and they end up taking like their soul or something, and their soul is trapped, and you have to like fight and get their soul out. It could be related to that. So we probably have to end up saving them in that type of situation, like getting their soul back. And back into the dreamscape. They're probably in the real world, but they might be in a coma or something. I'm not really sure. But thank you guys for watching my video, and I will link the original video down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all in the next video. See you later.